हाय हेलो एवरीवन, बच्चा लोग, लेजेंड्स, सब जल्दी से जल्दी बता, आप सब लोग कैसे? सब बढ़िया, अच्छे से चल रहा है? एंड डू ऑल्सो टेल मी हाउ वाज योर वीकेंड, सैटरडे एंड संडे? एंड मेनी ऑफ यू केम टू माय क्लास फॉर वन शॉर्ट वीडियो ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट ऑल्सो, है ना? Right. So yes, whoever is seeing me for the very first time, this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy. And jaldi se jaldi, fatafat, give me an amazing thumbs up if you all can see me and hear me. Jaldi. And do let me know that I'm live, I'm audible and visible to everyone, every legends and to every warriors in the classroom. Hi Palak, Rashi, Shubham, Shreya, Anushka, Prabhat, Myara, Anna, Sarah, Palak, everyone is here. I think the energy is so awesome in today's class, right? And I hope you might be knowing what is so special about this day, because we are going to talk about, or we are going to start the learning of the chapter of current electricity in today's session, which is the very first lecture of current electricity. And why this particular chapter is so special? First thing, it is simplest chapter, right? And the second thing is, from this particular chapter you can expect at least 22 to 25% of the marks or the questions for your term 1 examination. So it is a very important chapter also, but it's an easy chapter also. So obviously together we are going to make it super simple and learn this. What do you all say? Myara, Satya, Palak, Prabhat, Sujal, Avocado, है ना? और क्या सर, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल हम सब आपके साथ है, बिल्कुल हम ये करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी विल मेक दिस चैप्टर सुपर सिंपल चैप्टर एंड विल लर्न इट, है ना? Whoever is seeing me for the very first time, a bit of introduction about me, I hope you can see. I have an experience of more than 3.5 years in the field of teaching JEE, NEET and board student. I'm a BTech graduate from IIT Calicut in mechanical engineering, and this is all about me, okay? And if we look at the schedule for this particular week, so today will be the first lecture. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. it is the second lecture where we'll be discussing about Ohm's law and the rest of the things. Then on the third day we'll be starting with the important topics such as combination of resistors. It is not just like a parallel and series combination, so many other rules are there here, right? Symmetry rule to find out the effective value of resistance. So this is very important class on Wednesday at 3 p.m. I hope you can see the dates. And after Wednesday, I'll be on leave for Thursday and Friday. The next class will be on 11th of October, matlab next Monday. Fine. So there we'll be talking about cells and also make use of this particular chapter and make use of these classes and try to get as many information as possible. Try to make a proper note and maintain that note. And yes, let's learn this chapter in an amazing way. Fine. And you all know that amazing teachers or top educators of this particular country, let's say, is teaching you in Unacademy class 11th and 12th. I think you don't want to miss any of the live classes happening from them. So join this Telegram channel by using this link so that you will get the notification all the time whenever a live class happens in the YouTube channel. You all know the term 1 examination is going to be with a new examination pattern, isn't it? Multiple choice questions and assertion reason type question. So if you want to ace in these exams, you must be very thorough with this new examination pattern with multiple choice and assertion reason type question. How can you be so thorough with it? Yes, having so much of practice. That's why Unacademy, who love all the Unacademians and the students, has started with the Emerge program, where every week you will be having the live mock test for all the subjects. Wow. Think every week you will be writing the mock test for all the subjects. How amazingly prepared you will be once you meet the real examination. Isn't it amazing? I hope you can see the dates for all the examination. I think today physics was over. How many of you wrote the physics examination? Do let me know in the chat box. How many of you wrote the physics examination today, and tell me how it was? Acha tha? And tomorrow I think you have a chemistry, right? Tuesday. So yes, go and write it and do let me know how it is. Students speak in Hindi, speak in Hindi. मुझे हिंदी नहीं आता है मुझे. तो कैसे करेगा मैं? Good evening, Shreya Kumari, Anushka. Okay, now, why we all educators ask you to be a part of Unacademy subscription, so everything is available for free in YouTube. I'll give you some reasons. If you find it reasonable, you can also be a part of Unacademy subscription. First thing, we all educators will be teaching you in the Unacademy platform with a proper schedule targeting board, JEE and NEET examination. And we'll make sure that all the topics covered are in a proper order and you can keep track of every topic that is being covered in the class. So everything is placed correctly and everything falls in the same order. You can learn the subjects, all the subjects in an amazingly and a simple way. And once you learn everything in a simple way, you can get maximum marks for your all the examination which you're going to appear, and whatever your wish is going to be, which means ending up in the colleges you want to, that will come true. Then top educators of the country who is already having an amazing experience in the field of education will be there to guide you in the Unacademy platform, because they know what the kind of examination questions going to come, what is the examination pattern is going to be, everything they know. So they'll be telling you these are the things that you have to learn. Once you just follow them, obviously, don't you think that you'll end up in the colleges which you desire for? Yes, I think so. Study materials will be given to you. Practice test and live test series will make you super duper or upper ka bhi confident and will bring out the best in every one of you. You can see for a 12-month subscription, arey, idhar aaja bhai. For 12-month subscription, it will cost you 1,250 per month, and if you're going for 9-month subscription, which you can also take at this point of time, it will cost you 1,444 per month. And those who love discount and those who want discount, I know everyone wants discount, right? So don't forget this referral code of AMB10. Get this, use this and get 10% of discount. Okay. I know that some of you are like, so we want so many features. It will be better for those people to go with Iconic. So along with the features I have explained to you, you'll be getting extra features such as personal mentor. Matlab, a person will be assigned to you. He'll be telling you what to do, how to study, what your strategy for study should be. Then live doubt solving classes will be there, where we teachers will come live and solve your doubts. Weekly reports will be given to you. For all these amazing features of Iconic, you can go for a 12-month subscription with 2,333 per month, and for 9-month subscription you can go with 2,556 per month. No cost EMI is also available, and the code that you have to use is AMB10. You use karna hai ye code so that you can remember me. Bilkul nahi. So that you can get 10% of discount. There are two reasons for every one of you to start taking the subscription right now. First thing is, offer is going on, triple dhamaka offer. If you take it before 4th of October, I think today, you'll be getting 4 months of extra CBSE subscription plus Creative Corner subscription of extra 4 months, and 10% of discount also you'll get while you use my code. Second reason for you to start the subscription right now is because yes, if you start learning now, if you start learning and preparing for your syllabus, it will be completed and you can get a very good mark for your upcoming examination. That is the second reason. Bas, everything is done. And now it is going to be physics and my legends and warriors in the classroom. Anand Kumar, start करिए सर. बिल्कुल, हम तो start करने ही जा रहे हैं. आप भी बोल दिया तो बिल्कुल क्यों नहीं. Yes, obviously. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you so much for asking. I had my... Okay. Student, how many lectures? 7 lectures will be there. 7 lectures I have planned for completing this particular chapter. So, शुरू करें तो जल्दी से फटाफट. Give me a fire, thumbs up or yo-yo, something in the chat box. Do let me know that you all are super ready and ready to kill the session. जल्दी बोल दे, sir, ready to kill it. With that attitude. Ready to kill it, sir. Let us rock, Anna. Yes. Then, who is there? Who is there? Arya, good evening. Good evening. Palak is ready to rock. Aryan, how are you? Harshit, ready? Okay, bilkul, bilkul, bilkul. Shreya, Anjali, Desi Gaming. So, everyone is super ready. So, yes, shuru kare. Let's start. Tell me, which all are the chapters before current electricity in your NCERT textbook? It is about electrostatics, where you will be learning about the charges which are stationary, its properties and the phenomenon it causes. And the next chapter is current electricity. What we are going to learn here? Yes, we are going to learn about the charges which are going to move, the phenomenon this moving charges will be causing, and what all are the properties of this particular thing, right? Everything related to moving charges is what we are going to learn in this particular chapter, right? And first, let us start with the definition of what a current electricity is, right? Okay, शुरू करें. देख ले सभी के सभी लोग. Let's say you have a material. Okay, some material, and let's say there are some positive charges. Somehow, I'm not telling whether I'm going to apply the potential or something. About applying potential and Ohm's law, we'll be coming to it later. Right now, I'll be just defining what an electric current is, right? Okay. So you can see an area of A for this particular conductor. Somehow, by giving some work on this particular body, right, I'm making these charges to move. Let's say I'm making q amount of charges to move and pass through this area, and the amount of time taken for the charges to pass through this area is equal to t. So the current electricity is defined as, सबको पता है, हाँ बोल दे. The current electricity is defined as the flow of charges passing perpendicularly through an area per unit time. So the current electricity I is defined as q by t, and this is, what is q, is coulomb per second. Do we use this coulomb per second as a unit for current? अरे कोई नहीं use करता है. We use the unit of ampere. Instead of using coulomb per second, we usually use the unit of ampere, and this is the SI unit of current, which is ampere. And tell me, what kind of current we'll be getting once you use this formula of q by t? अरे this is the flow of charges for a very long interval of time. So ये current हो जाएगा average वाला current, just like we find out average speed and instantaneous speed, isn't it? So average speed is equal to total displacement by total time. So average current is equal to total charge by total time. Tell me, by using the concepts of those speed itself, how will I find out the instantaneous value for current? Jaldi, fatafat. That is equal to dq, the small amount of charge divided by the small time taken for the charge to flow. So I instantaneous is equal to differential of charge with respect to time, which is dq by dt. अरे याद है ना, instantaneous speed भूल गया, ds by dt. Instantaneous speed is equal to differential of distance with respect to time. Similarly, instantaneous current is equal to differential of charge with respect to time. Bas. This is the first part which you must be understanding. And then the second question you all can have, sir, ये तो वेक्टर है, स्केलर है, वेक्टर है, ये स्केलर है, वेक्टर भी नहीं है, ये स्केलर भी नहीं है, और कुछ है, ये और कुछ मतलब टेंसर. अरे सर, टेंशन डाल दिया आप, ये टेंसर क्या है सर? वी आर लिसनिंग टू इट फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम. टेंसर मतलब, these are quantities, it will be having directions, but the direction of this particular quantity will be according to an external factor. मतलब, let's say a current of I is passing through this particular circuit. Tell me what the direction of current here? It is towards right. Now when it passes through this particular wire, the current is in the downward direction. Now it is towards the left direction, which means the current is having a direction, but it is not constant always, or it takes the direction of the wire. So if the direction of a physical quantity is actually being done by, or if it is being maintained by, or if it is related to some other x factor, let's say. So here it is related to how this particular current conductor is being kept, right? So if I keep the wire like this, the direction of current is like this. If I keep the wire like this, the direction of current is like this. So aise. So if it is dependent on some other thing, we call those kind of quantities as tensor quantities. बस इतना ही है, और कुछ नहीं. बहुत simple. Average current, instantaneous current, unit, and it's a tensor quantity. Tensor matlab, it has direction, but the direction depends upon other external factors. बस Palak, Sanchana, Myara, Unique, Manisha, done. Doubt कुछ नहीं? कुछ भी नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं. So I'm going to rub this off. Alarm clear eye for everyone. So ठीक है, ठीक है, तो ठीक है, तो ठीक है, तो ठीक है. कर ले question. Sprite clear? And do let me know that how much you all are clear about this particular topic by doing this problem. जल्दी फटाफट. अरे ये question छोटा बच्चा भी कर सकता है. A constant current of 4 ampere passes through a wire for 8 seconds. Find the total charge. अरे यार, इतना simple question कौन पूछता है सर? क्यों डाल दिया तो आप ऐसे वाला क्वेश्चन है ना अमीर भैया आप क्यों डाल दिया write the basic formula of current I equal to Q by T. Q is a question. So IT, I कितना 4, T कितना 8. मैं नहीं बताएगा. What is the option? Is it BD or AC? A. Simple. I'm not gonna even ask you. आप सब लोगों को समझ में आ गया नहीं? Because इतना simple question कभी नहीं मिलेगा जिंदगी पे, है ना? अगला question. A wire carries a current of 2 ampere. Okay. What is the charge that has flowed through its cross section in 1 second? अरे फिर भी ऐसे question नहीं, थोड़ा difference है इधर. Question is the number of electrons that this corresponds to, right? The charge corresponds to how many number of electrons? Because basically, though I have explained the flow of current in terms of positive charges from your chotu classes, आप सब लोगों को पता है. It is not the positive charges which move, it is the free electrons which moves, right? Which is producing the current. है ना? सब लोगों को पता है. So the charge that has flown will be an integral multiple of electronic charge. What is an electronic charge? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Right. So the question is how many number of electrons are contained in this particular charge according to the question. Fairly simple. So 2 I equal to Q by T. So Q का value कितना? IT, that is 2 into 1 2. And we always know that the charge is produced because of the motion of n number of electrons. So the charge will be equal to n times the electronic charge is equal to 2. I hope you don't have any doubt in this, because the charge is always produced by either movement of 1 electronic charge, 2 electronic charge, 3 electronic charge, or n number of electronic charge. Question is what is this n? कर ले. N equal to 2 divided by E. E मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉनिक चार्ज 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. ये ऊपर हो जाएगा and 2 by 1.6 मैं नहीं करेगा. 2 by 1.6 is 1 point something. 1 point something उत्तर भी है तो आंसर 1.25 है. Okay, do like this because ये MCQ है. Okay, nobody is asking you to solve the entire problem. Okay, answer इधर तो है. So don't do the entire mathematics and spend your time over doing the calculation. Look into the options and find out, because you know 2 by 1.6 is a value just greater than 1 and we have only one option B, so go for it. ठीक है? Okay, ठीक है सर, बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. Last question from this part. How many of you know to do the integration? सबको पता है? Everybody knows how to do the integration. सबको पता है ना इंटीग्रेशन करने के लिए. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that सबको पता है to do the integration. So a small, देख ले, a small change is there in the question. So it is 3 ampere plus 2 ampere per second multiplied by time. It is 2t plus 3 I. How many coulomb of charge passes through a cross section of the wire in the time interval of t equal to 0 to t equal to 4 seconds? You can see that current instantaneously changes. So tell me, here in this case, which formula will we use for finding out the charge? Is it I equal to Q by T? बिल्कुल नहीं. We have to use that equation for current, which is to find out the instantaneous value. वो था? हाँ sir, हाँ वो था ये I equal to dq by dt. हो गया. तो dq is equal to I dt. हो गया. And what you need to find out? Total charge. Total charge के लिए integrate करना पड़ेगा on both the sides. Time changes from दे दिया 0 to 4. बस हो गया. Now it is mathematics. मेरा काम तो हो गया, फिजिक्स का काम तो हो गया, है ना? तो कर ले 0 to 4 I dt. I is how much? 3 plus 2t dt. Okay. 3 dt integration 3t from 0 to 4 plus 2t dt. 2 is a constant. T का integral t square by 2. Okay, and from where to where? 0 to 4. Uttar T4, if you apply, that is 4. 4 3s are 12. Then t is equal to 4 square, that is 16 into 2, that is 32. ऐसा कुछ उत्तर है क्या? 32 प्लस 12. अरे 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 अरे, मैं तो भूल गया. अरे ये 2 2 कैंसिल हो. सर आप क्या कर रहे हैं? देख ले अच्छे से क्वेश्चन, देख ले. 2 2 कैंसिल हो रहा है. आप क्या कर रहे हैं सर? है ना, मैं तो भूल गया. सो t इज इक्वल टू 4, 4 स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 16. सो दिस हो गया 28. बस विद द यूनिट ऑफ, हम क्या कर रहे थे, कूलम. सो हमारा उत्तर हो गया ऑप्शन सी. ठीक है. सो this is not my mistake. ठीक है. So I was just trying to tell you that these kind of careless mistakes can happen. तो समझ में आ गया है ना? और क्या सर, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. 28, हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. सुदीप, आना, म्यारा, ऋतु, ध्रुव. Then nobody else has the answer. इतना ही आंसर है. जल्दी दे दो उत्तर. तो हो गया. ओके, ये सत्या. गुड गुड गुड. सो इधर तक कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है. सब कुछ आसान, सब कुछ सिंपल है ना. ठीक है, तो हम आगे बढ़ेगा. ओके, एरिया अंडर काइटी ग्राफ. अरे ये बाप रे, ये कौन है सर? ये क्या है सर? लेट्स से दैट वी आर हैविंग अ ग्राफ प्लॉटेड बिटवीन current and time. Okay, so here we are. The question is, or what we are going to learn from here is, what is the area under current time graph is going to give you. Try to draw one graph and try to see what is there actually. So let's say that the graph is actually a straight line. Assume something so that I can explain to you. Say that the graph is actually a straight line. Matlab, every time the current is a constant. Isn't that what the graph says? At this t, the current is this much. At this t, the current is this much. At this t, the current is this much. All the currents are same. So I just have drawn a graph for a constant value of current. ठीक है. Try to find the area under this graph. Area मतलब ये area. How will you find the area? This looks like a rectangular shape. Rectangular shape का area is length into breadth. Length पे क्या है? Time. Breadth पे क्या है? Current. Current into time क्या है? What is current into time? Charge. है ना? So area under current time graph will give you what? The charge. ये भी okay? ये भी okay? Note किया? I hope you all are noting this down. Everyone should be having a short note, because in this particular chapter we'll be learning so many equations. Make sure that you are writing down all those formulas and all those equations and chotu required concept in that particular short note, so that every time you don't have to learn the theory of this chapter. You just open the short note, go through all the formulas and then start doing the multiple choice equation. ठीक है. Okay, तो ये तो हो गया, छोटू सा था. And a small question based on that. Current passing through a wire decreases from 10 to 0. Initially current was 10, and as you can see current decreases when it is at 4th second, current हो गया 0. अरे find the total charge. हमको पता है charge is equal to the area under the graph of current time. What is the area of this rectangle? Sorry, rectangle है क्या? Triangle. What is the area? Half into base into. That's the concept. If a question you see in an examination, current or time, you only have to find the area. But if you don't know the concept, will you be able to do? नहीं, है ना? स्नेहा लैग, म्यारा लैग, पलक लैग. लैग हो रहा है? Is there a lag? बच्चा लोग जल्दी बोल दे. Is there a lag? और नहीं तो अब ठीक हो गया. अब ठीक हो गया तो बता, जल्दी बता. जल्दी बता विद अ स्माइल. हाँ सर, हो तो हो गया. अब वो तो लैग सब हो गया. अभी भी? अरे ऐसे कैसे? तो मेरा दिस कैन यू सी माई हैंड वेविंग? वो भी लैग पे है. नाउ इट्स फाइन, नो लैग. अरे मुझे बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं आप लोग, है ना? ऐसे ही बोल दिया. ठीक है, तो कोई गड़बड़ नहीं इधर तक, सच्ची मुच्ची में अच्छे से, है ना? ठीक है. Now it's time to talk about drift velocity and relaxation time, which you haven't learned in your छोटू classes between 8th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard or 11th standard. तो अच्छे से ध्यान दे दे and listen to me when I explain something. Okay. So yes, here we go. Let's say we are going to divide the materials, okay, divide the entire materials available in this particular universe on the basis of the conduction of current. Into how many different categories can you make this materials into? Tell me, is it 2 or 3? 2 category or 3 category based on how materials react to current electricity? It's 2? No, it's 3. Which are they? Conductor, right? Yeah, आप ही बोल दे. And third one is insulator. इसका नाम क्या है? What is the third category? किसको पता है ये third category किसको पता है? हाँ, Anand says 3, Satya says 3. Yes, very good. Okay, tell me jaldi. Nobody knows. हाँ, Vivek is telling sir, they are just making you fool, sir. Semiconductor, very good. Satya, Sanchana. Okay, Anna, बढ़िया बढ़िया, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. Yes, these are semiconductors. Very good. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. अच्छे लेजेंड से आप लोग. Okay, मेरा बच्चा लोग. So I think I don't need to explain what all these are corresponding to. Conductors are those materials which will allow the flow of charges. Which will not allow the flow of charges is insulators, and that falls in between is semiconductors. More about semiconductors you will learn in the very last chapter, or the second last chapter, which is electronics and semiconductors. You will learn there. Okay, this is having a conductivity lesser than conductors but greater than insulators, bus, that are called as semiconductors. So many elements are there, germanium and all, silicon and all, which are semiconductors in its elemental state bus. So this to ho gaya, we'll be discussing later, okay, in the very last chapter. Here we'll be mainly discussing about conductors and insulators, right? Now tell me, why this material is acting like a conductor? What property of this particular material is making this to act like a conductor? किसको पता है? Yes, the presence of ऐसे ऐसे ऐसे, ये कौन है? हाँ, ये है free electrons. So the presence of these free electrons are making this particular material as conductors. So if free electrons are not available, those are insulators. छोटू थोड़ा free electrons है तो, if we have a small amount of free electrons, right, then we call it as semiconductors. Understood? कोई गड़बड़ नहीं. Now, how many of you know what are free electrons? ये free electron क्या है sir? अब बता दे. Nucleus, है ना? Around the nucleus हमारा पास so many shells है. And these electrons in the valence shell, isn't it least attracted to the nucleus? Okay, which means less attracted to the nucleus. When there is less attraction, क्या हो जाएगा? Will be so free. Which means those students or those sons and daughters of a parent who are very far away, living far away from their parents, what will they be? Freedom ho jayega, because they'll be having that less controlling power from their parents, right? Let's say you are in your hostel, okay, you can all have so much of fun, isn't it? Similarly, these are daughters and sons of parents, matlab nucleus, who are living far away in a hostel. So less controlling power the nucleus will be having, just like your parents. So what will this electrons be doing? It will be roaming around throughout this conductor in a free fashion. इसीलिए इसका नाम है free electrons. Those are free, enjoying the freedom, just like those people who is enjoying their freedom in their hostels. ठीक है? So you can also learn in a better fashion, get yourself into NITs, IITs or medical colleges. Start living your life in a hostel, it would be so amazing. Okay, so ये तो समझ में आ गया. Free electrons is making this particular material as conductors, and the unavailability of free electrons make them as insulators. Okay, so I don't think I have to ask you whether you have understood, because you already have a basic about all these things. ठीक है. Now देख ले. Let's see what is happening to a conductor. It is just a wire. I have enlarged the wire and have drawn here. That's all. और कुछ नहीं. So I'm having this wire. There are so many, ये dot क्या है? So many free electrons. All these are free electrons. Along with free electrons, there are nucleus also. बड़ा बड़ा nucleus भी है. Okay, by which the material is being made up of. So many nucleus we have, and so many free electrons we have. Is the free electrons which is free to move, is it going to be stationary here? बिल्कुल नहीं. Okay, how will it be acting? You know that there is temperature in the atmosphere. Temperature will be providing the necessary amount of kinetic energy for these all free electrons. And what will these free electrons do by using this kinetic energy? It's time to enjoy. What will happen? These free electrons will start moving. ऐसे. It will start colliding with the nucleus. Once it collides, yes, it will be reflecting back. Then again, ऐसे इधर. Then it will be colliding with the next nucleus. So you can see that the electrons will be making some random motion where it will be coming back to the same position itself. This velocity, okay, this velocity with which the free electrons move, with the help of kinetic energy given by temperature, we call it as इसका नाम है thermal velocity, right? A huge amount of speed will be there, but okay, let's write it as thermal speed. Okay, a huge amount of speed will be there, which we call by the name of thermal speed, right? But can you tell me what will be the velocity here? What will be the velocity or the average velocity of these free electrons which is moving in the presence of this temperature? हाँ, कितना? Zero only. क्यों? देख ले, electrons are making random motion ऐसे, 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 and it is coming back to the same position itself, which means displacement will be zero. So average वाला velocity will be zero. Tell me, with the help of this temperature, though the electrons are making its motion, right, is a current electricity being produced? No, because the average velocity is zero. Electrons are not making a net motion from its position. So this is not going to provide any electrical or current electricity to this particular conductor. So for current electricity to happen, there should be a continuous flow of charges. And who is there to provide this continuous flow of charges through the conductors? नाम सबको पता है. सबको पता है. Yes, if we connect it to a potential difference, and which is that potential difference we usually be connecting to? Yes, cells. So it is a cells which can maintain a continuous flow of charges, which can produce a current electricity in this particular conductor. Let's say the EMF of the cell is E, or EMF matlab potential difference given by the cell. Okay, it's E. What happens? What happens to this particular conductor where there are free electrons, okay, and these nucleus? Tell me what happens. A potential difference is produced, isn't it? And potential will be producing electric field. भूल गया? अरे भूल गया. Electric field is equal to potential difference divided by the distance between them. Electrostatics chapter. Those who say that, sir, this is not being taught to us, just because you all have forgot this particular chapter. वही है बस. हाँ, ये तो याद है. Tell me. पालक, अना, संचना, आनंद, स्नेहा, लोधी. जल्दी से बोल दे, फटाफट से बोल दे. जल्दी बोल दे, फटाफट बोल दे. How many of you do remember electric field is equal to potential difference divided by the distance? याद है? We all have learned from the chapter of electrostatics, है ना? Yes, we have learned. मतलब whenever we provide, so I hope no lag, nothing is there, everything is fine. Okay, so yes, I think no lag is there, बिल्कुल सही चल रहा है. So an electric field is produced. What is the direction of electric field? Okay, the direction of electric field is from higher potential toward the lower potential. ऐसे. An electric field is produced in this direction whenever you provide a potential difference to the conductor with the help of cells. Tell me, what will this electric field does, or what will this electric field do? Electric field will be producing a force on the charge, formula Q into E. है ना? Charge into electric field is the force it produces. Simple electrostatic, chotu electrostatics. So here, which charge is there which is free to move? Free electrons. And this free electrons will be experiencing a force that is equal to charge is minus E into E. ये minus E क्यों है? Because it is electrons. Electrons are having negative charge. So the direction of force is opposite to the direction of electric field. Matlab, if an electric field is existing in this direction towards right, because of the external potential, what is the direction in which the electrons will be moving? Electrons will be moving towards left ऐसे. One way of explaining, or you can easily understand when I say that electrons will be attracted to that end of the conductor which is connected to positive. बस, है ना? ये तो positive potential है, देख ले, positive. So electrons will be attracted to this positive potential. So electrons will be moving towards what? Yes, it will be moving towards the left direction. Bus. Okay. Now, during this motion, there are certain terms that we have to learn. First is drift velocity. Second one is relaxation time. Okay. And mean free path. ये सब क्या है? Now, this particular electrons will start getting accelerated toward this positive terminal. है ना? Now, during its movement, these electrons will be accelerated till it collides with the nucleus. Once it collides with the nucleus, what happens? Yes, the velocity again becomes zero. क्योंकि collide हो गया, velocity becomes zero. Again, from here, the electrons will again start accelerating. Again, it will get collided with the nucleus present. Again, velocity becomes zero. Right? So this keeps on happening until it reaches the positive end. है ना? Now from here to here, which means the time required for the electrons between two successive collision. Okay, after one collision, how much time it takes before the next collision? उसका नाम है relaxation time. ये relaxation time क्या है? After one collision, the electrons will start moving ऐसे. Before it collides with the next, how much time it takes? वो होता है relaxation time. And the distance it covers is called as mean free path. Okay, the distance an electron covers between two successive collisions is mean free path, usually written by lambda. Okay, next, what is drift velocity? ये drift velocity क्या है? It is the average velocity with which the electrons will be moving whenever a potential difference is applied across a conductor is called as drift velocity. The electrons is moving. That speed with which it moves is called as drift velocity. How to find that out? How to find that out? Usually, drift velocity is taken as a final velocity before the collision. How will you find final collision? Very simple. V equal to U plus AT. कोई है इधर? Those who don't know V equal to U plus AT. No one. After one of the collision, initial velocity will be 0. It will get accelerated before the next collision. So initial velocity 0. It keeps on getting accelerated till it collides with the next nucleus. What is the acceleration? एक्सीलरेशन का वैल्यू, अरे फॉर्मूला हमारा पास है या नहीं, देख ले इधर. Formula for the force it experiences E into E. If I take the magnitude of the force E into E. So what is the acceleration? Either F by M, E by M. बस वो substitute कर ले. 0 plus E by M times. How much time is available between two successive collision? अभी लिखा है हम relaxation time with a symbol of 2. So ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी का फॉर्मूला अभी हमको मिला, अभी मिला, ई बाई एम इंटू, एक और बार, हाँ ई बाई एम इंटू 2. शैल वी राइट इन द नेक्स्ट पेज, और इधर लिखे ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी का फॉर्मूला है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक चार्ज, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बाय मास, रिलैक्सेशन टाइम. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी मतलब super important. Questions will be asked. Those who trust me, those who think Ameer sir तो सच बोल रहा है, can write this down. Okay, tell me, noted? जल्दी नोट कर ले. You have to note down what is relaxation time, what is mean free path, what is drift velocity, okay, and the equation for drift velocity. इधर तक लिख गया तो जल्दी फटाफट बोल दे, हाँ सर बिल्कुल. 5 seconds to note down. I'll move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time is up. Noted. Myara, hi Uday Kumar Giri. Hi. So everybody have noted down, है ना? बिल्कुल सही है. Good. तो in between while you note, I hope you all are liking the video also, है ना? Like कर ले, थोड़ा motivation भी दे दे अमीर सर को. Okay, done. Okay, so we are proceeding further. So this is the formula which we are talking, and these are the values, which means the explanation for each and every term. बस अब क्या बाकी है? Mobility. What is mobility? With the symbol of mu. Okay, ये mobility क्या है sir? It's not a big deal. देख ले. Mobility, what is mu is called as, or it is defined as how easily a charge can flow through a conductor, right? If the charges can flow in a very fast manner, okay, then we say that the mobility of that conductor is more. If the charges can only go slow, ऐसे बहुत slow, if it can go very slow, then we say that the mobility of that particular conductor is less. So we'll say how easily a charge can move. Okay, that is defined as mobility. If it can move easily, mobility is more. इसका formula क्या है? You know that if mobility is more, drift velocity will also be more. Drift velocity, which means the velocity with which it moves. If the velocity with which it moves is more, mobility ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, है ना? So the formula for mobility is equal to drift velocity that is produced in a conductor per unit electric field. मतलब if I provide 1 electric field, what is the unit of electric field? 1 Newton per coulomb electric field if I provide. How much is the drift velocity produced? That is called as mobility. This is how you calculate mobility. So if the drift velocity per unit electric field is more, मतलब if it is moving very faster, if you are applying 1 Newton per coulomb electric field, it means mobility is more. समझ में आ गया? Okay. One more equation you can make from here. Which is that equation? ये याद है? याद है या नहीं? हाँ सर, याद है. Isn't this a formula we have derived 2 minutes before? Not even 5 minutes before. 2 minutes before, है ना? So can I get a mobility from here? Take E down is equal to E tau by m. So from the equation of drift velocity, I can achieve Vd by E, which is equal to E tau by m. So mobility is a drift velocity by electric field, or E tau by m. All these are things which you haven't learned in your छोटू classes. So क्या करना है आप लोगों को? हाँ, इसे देखकर मुस्कुराकर ओके उधर ही बैठना है. Is that what you have to do? अरे लिख ले, नोट कर ले, ये कर दिया. I hope everybody have noted this down. तो हम जा रहे हैं. Okay. Next important. Is there any relationship between the drift velocity and current? Between if drift velocity value is given, is there any method by which I can find out the value for current? That's the question. Yes, there is. देख ले, ये हमारा कंडक्टर है which is enlarged. It's having an area of A. Okay. This is the beginning. At time t equal to 0, no charges are there. कोई charges भी नहीं है. Okay. And I'm applying some potential difference. When I applied some potential difference, what I have seen is that the electrons have crossed this much of region. मतलब I'm providing a positive potential here, negative potential here, right? When time equal to 0, कोई charge नहीं था, कुछ भी नहीं था. And once I give this potential here, what happens? Yes, the electrons will start flowing toward the positive potential. And let me say that in a time interval of t, this much of charges has flown, which means the charges has flown to a length of x, let's say, okay, x, let's say, and the area through which it is flowing is A. समझ में आ गया? Okay, potential difference apply किया, and in a time period of t, the electrons has flown to this much of volume. बस, okay. Is there any method by which we can find current from here? बिल्कुल. Current का basic formula charge by time, है ना? और क्या सर? Now for charge, I have to find out how much is this particular charge that has flown during this time period of t. कैसे? This can be found out if I know the value of n. What is n? N is total charge per unit volume. If this value of this particular material is given, what is this n value? Total charge available in a unit volume. मतलब if I take 1 meter cube of this particular conductor, how much charge is available is given in the information of n. If n value of this particular conductor is given, we can find out the charge. कैसे? Charge is equal to n, charge per unit volume, multiply by the volume here. What is the volume? Area into length. Area into length. What will this give you? This is the number of charges multiplied by volume, total number of charges or total number of electrons it will give you, है ना? If this is the number of electron, let's say 100 electrons are there. How much is the total charge available? 100 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Sir, ये 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 कहाँ से आ गया sir? From where did this 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 came? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 is the charge of a single electron. So if 100 electrons are there, 100 times 1.6. So nx number of electrons are contained in this region. This will be equal to nx into E amount of charge divided by time. जल्दी बोल दे. Displacement by time. Displacement by time is the velocity with which the electrons move, and that velocity is called as, अरे वो velocity का नाम क्या था? The velocity with which the electrons move. मैं तो लिख लिया. It is drift velocity. तो मिल गया हमको equation for current, है ना? What is the equation? Current I is equal to NAVDE. Again, current I is equal to NAVD. फटाफट लिख ले, जल्दी से फटाफट लिख ले. क्लास खत्म हो गई कि कैसे क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है राशि. मैं इतना तेजी से बोल रहा हूँ, ऐसे पूछ रहे कि सर क्लास खत्म हो गया. कितना रूड है आप. जल्दी लिखिए एवरीवन, नोटेड डाउन. जल्दी से नोट कर ले, बच्चा लोग नोट कर ले. ओके, दिस 3 स्टेप्स, ये 3 स्टेप्स और ये पिक्चर. हाउ मेनी टाइम यू नीड? Legends need only 5 seconds. Jaldi. Okay, and rest you can note it down by going through the video replay once again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, done order. अब क्या है? अब है क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है सर, करेगा हम. करेगा. रेडी, स्टेडी, कर ले मेरे साथ, साथ कर ले. Calculate the drift speed of the electrons. We have to find out when 1 ampere of current exists in a copper wire of cross section, area is given, the number of free electrons in 1 centimeter cube of copper is also given. So I hope you understood the formula we have to use for finding out the drift speed. Formula I equal to NAVD. It is from this equation you have to find out the value of drift velocity. है ना? Start substituting. Current 1. N, number of free electrons per unit volume, right? Number of electron is 8.5 into 10 power 22 per centimeter cube. Why centimeter cube? It is given in 1 centimeter cube. So per centimeter cube. How will I convert centimeter cube to meter? 10 power minus 2, right? Meter the whole cube. है ना? 1 centimeter is 10 power minus 2 meter and it is cube, so 10 power minus 2 meter the whole cube, क्योंकि volume we are talking about. Multiplied, area is 2 millimeter square. 2 into millimeter is 10 power minus 3 and square. Done. Then Na, drift velocity into electronic charge 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. अरे बाप रे, बहुत सादा है. नहीं, उतना तो नहीं है ना. This is 3 2s are 6, minus 6 goes up. So this is 28 है ना. 6 plus 2 28, and from this 19, 6, 25, and how much will be remaining? 10 power 3 will be remaining, right? Then 8.5 into 2, 16, 17. ये तो 17 into what is remaining? ये तो हो गया, ये तो हो गया. 1.6 is remaining into drift. बस. Now start substituting the values, which means rearrange. ये हो गया 1 divided by 17, 1.6 by 10 power 3. It will go up 10 power minus 3. So how much we can make a small approximation? Small approximation, 10 power minus 3 is equal to 100, 10 power minus 5, 17 into 1.6. 17 into 1.6 is a value greater than 70. Let's say some 3 by 2, almost 30, let's say, right? Almost 30. So 100 by 30, 3. So 3 into 10 power minus 5 or any value close to that. Option C, है ना? So option C है हमारा उत्तर. Calculation मत कर ले, ऐसे ही कर ले, है ना? Do ऐसे approximation and finally don't do the math again because you already have the answer in your option. So do till here, okay, and do till here also by doing approximation. In multiple choice question मत कर ले complete calculation. मैं बोल रहा हूँ बच्चा लोग, don't do the entire calculation. बिल्कुल मत कर ले, okay? ऐसे ऐसे, okay, just do approximation. Okay, ठीक है, approximate 17, 30 है, so 100 by 30 almost 3. So option C ऐसे, okay. Agni, Art with Khushbu, Unique, Myara, Satya, ऋतु, ओके, बिल्कुल बढ़िया। और क्या सर, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया, अच्छे से समझ में आ गया। ओके, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड। तो shall we proceed? Note it down. ऑप्शन इज सी, है ना? और क्या सर, बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया। तो ठीक है, ये करंट डेंसिटी क्या है? अरे सिंपल, चला एक्सप्लेन, देख ले। हमारा कंडक्टर, ओके, current is flowing, okay, and current is flowing through an area A. So current density is defined as current per unit area. The current passing through unit area is called as what? The current density, which we use it by or express it with the letter of J. अरे सर, उसका ऊपर क्या है? ये बाई कौन है? सर ये बाई कौन है? What does that by says you? Yes, that particular arrow mark says current density is a vector quantity. So for vector, direction has to be defined. What's the direction? The direction in which the current flows through that particular area. Matlab, the current will always be passing normal to the area. We know that, right? Current will be passing normal to the area. So yes, the current density direction is normal. If you want me to write normal to area or direction of current, whatever the direction of current, okay, will be normal to area. So whichever you take, you will get the same direction, which is the direction of current density. I know that most of you will be having this doubt. Sir, you told current is a tensor, right? Which means it keeps on changing its direction according to how we keep the conductor, right? If we keep the conductor like this, current will be in that direction. If we keep the conductor like this, current will be in that direction. But at this point of time, sorry, at this particular area, can it change the direction? No, it will always be perpendicular to the area, है ना? Yes. So that's why J vector is perpendicular to the area or in the direction of current. Bas. And one more formula you can make from here. क्योंकि I का value है I equal to NA VDE divided by A. A cancel कर ले. N drift velocity into E. That is another formula for J. How will you express it in vector form? J vector is equal to drift velocity vector. Kyunki it's a velocity, it's a vector, and whatever the direction of the vector, which is our drift velocity, that will be the direction of J vector, and that will be the direction of current. That will be the perpendicular to the area bus. Everything is same. आ गया तो आ गया, सबको समझ में आ गया, कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है, अच्छे से जल्दी बोले। हाँ सर, बिल्कुल नोटेड, नोट किया है ना? Note this down. Note what is current density, right? Current per unit area. Write it's a vector. Note its direction, and also write this final formula. Bus, if you have a written till here, done. Crystal clear. Okay, Sylvia. Wow, that's a new name, unique name. Agni Rajput. Manasilai, okay. इंडियन साउथ इंडियन से हो क्या सर? अरे आप पहले है मेरा क्लास पे। हाँ लकी सिंह, and I hope that Singh name suggests you are from Punjab. I love Punjab, and I really want to visit Punjab once in my life. Okay, bahut for almost 2-3 years I am thinking to visit Punjab because I have seen Punjab in many of my movies. I have no idea, but Shahid Kapoor का एक पुराना वाला मूवी है ना, अरे यार, with Kareena Kapoor. Anyway, ठीक है, there is no point of discussing that. So in that movie and all, I have seen this particular places in Punjab where I like to go. So I'll visit Punjab once. ठीक है. Question करेगा? जल्दी से कर ले, फटाफट कर ले. An electron beam has an aperture of 1 millimeter square, which means that area is given. Okay, a total of 6 into 10 power 16 ऊपर electrons go through any perpendicular cross section per second. Find the current density. करंट डेंसिटी कैसे करेगा? J is equal to I by A. I is equal to Q by TA. है ना? What is charge by time? Charge by time. Charge is equal to 6 into 10 power 16. This much number of electrons. So 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Time, it is given that per second. Multiplied by area. 1 millimeter square 10 power 6 minus 6. है ना? So ये कितना हो जाएगा? 6 into 1.6 लिख ले. Don't do the math. 6 ऊपर जाएगा plus, so that is 22, 19, 3. So 6, 1.6 is almost close to 1.5. 1.5 is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 is 2 and 6, 3 times, this is 9, right? So 9 into 10 power 3. कोई value है क्या? Almost 9 into 10 power 3. हाँ, बिल्कुल मिल गया. Option तो मिल गया. Option D है. Simple, simple. है ना? So when you get any this kind of big formulas, पूरा मत कर ले, ऐसे 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 सोच ले and start doing between approximation and try to find the answer from the options. Bas. Okay, try to make this and try to apply this. So shall we proceed? Okay, yes, yo honey singer. Okay. Okay, anyway, अगला question. A copper wire of length 1 meter. क्या है हमारा साथ? हमारा साथ है a copper wire. Copper wire का length है 1 meter. Okay. Radius भी दे दिया 1 millimeter is joined in series with an iron wire of length 2 meter and radius 3 millimeter and current is passed through the wires. ठीक है. The ratio of current density in the copper and iron wire. अरे बाप रे, ये तो कैसे करेगा? थोड़ा तो मुश्किल है सर. थोड़ा तो मुश्किल नहीं है सर. अरे why I have chosen yellow? Yellow dirty fellow. अरे red भी नहीं. Black. Okay. Second one. So what we have? हमारा साथ एक copper है and हमारा साथ एक iron है. Okay. Length is given as 1 meter. Radius is 1 millimeter for copper. Iron का length is 2 meter and the radius is given as 3 millimeters. Question is ratio of current density, which is I by A. है या नहीं? हाँ, बिल्कुल current by area. Now tell me, what is the speciality of current passing through this copper and iron which is connected in series? जल्दी. You have learned in your छोटू classes. जल्दी बोल दे. हाँ, इधर high है तो इधर भी I है. क्यों? Connected in series. Current will be the same. Why current has to be the same? Because whatever the charge flowing through copper, the same will be the charge flowing through iron also. बिल्कुल सही है. So current same है. So J is equal to I by A. So inversely proportional. So current density of copper to current density of iron inversely proportional to area. So this will be area of iron to area of copper. Done bus itna. Ratio of the current density in the copper and iron wires. Area of iron. How will you find area of iron? Area is equal to pi r square. So pi into 3 square divided by pi into area of copper is 1 square. So 9 by 1. ऐसे कोई ऑप्शन है? और क्या? बिल्कुल ऑप्शन बी है. उत्तर भी मिल गया. Yes, है ना? Current is same. Very good. So many have given me the answer. Current is good. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. Yes, answer is B. Yes, answer is B. बिल्कुल. Shobhat Myara says 9:1. Current is same. Akalya. Good. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. बढ़िया बात है with a thumbs up. Okay. तो I think this is enough for an introduction class, है ना? बता, is it fine for an introduction class? अरे मेरा नाम तो बताने है आपको. ठीक है, मेरा नाम तो अमीर बासित. You can call me Ameer भैया. Okay? Sudeep, yes, 9:1, Miara 9:1. Because most of my warriors and legends used to call me Ameer भैया. So you can also. लेंथ तो क्यों दिया है? लेंथ तो क्यों दिया है कि आपको कंफ्यूज करने के लिए, है ना? You had this doubt, है ना संजना? You are like, लेंथ तो क्यों दे दिया सर? You started thinking. So you will also be having a feeling that whatever we got here is wrong, है ना? So in order to awake that simple, what say, confusion in all the child or all the students, the people who is making the question has done this. वो ये और कुछ नहीं. दिल मांगे मोर. अरे दिल मांगे मोर एक क्वेश्चन मूवी है ना. अमीर वही स्पेलिंग नहीं है. मेरा स्पेलिंग विल टेल टू राधिका. मेरा स्पेलिंग का है क्या है? सर കുറച്ച് വെള്ളം കുടിക്കൂ. ठीक है. Do I look so dull or what? Everyone is like, sir थोड़ा पानी तो पीजिए. सर थोड़ा पानी तो पीजिए. ओके, पानी तो पी लिया. अरे लक्की, वी हैव कंप्लीटेड रेस्ट ऑफ द चैप्टर्स, है ना? बोल दे हम कितना चैप्टर्स कंप्लीट किया. लक्की से बोल दे. लेजेंड्स, लक्की को बोल दे हम कितना चैप्टर्स कंप्लीट किया. हम तो कंप्लीट किया इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स पूरा, है ना? हम तो ईएमआई पूरा कंप्लीट किया, एसी कंप्लीट किया, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स कंप्लीट किया, रे ऑप्टिक्स भी कर दिया. हाँ, दिल मांगे मोर फ्रॉम शेरशाह. यस, आई हैव वॉच्ड दैट मूवी. ठीक है, या यू आर सो क्यूट सर. अरे you made me blush even at this late night. अरे थैंक यू सो मच आना टू हैव दैट कंसर्न. तो बोल दे, जल्दी से बोल दे फटाफट. सो इज इट क्लियर? ये टॉपिक सबको समझ में आ गया अच्छे से? जल्दी जल्दी बोल दे, समझ में आ गया सर या नहीं आ गया? And any doubts you have, this is your next 2-3-4 minutes. I'll be just taking in all your doubts. You can post your doubts in the chat box. मजा आ गया संजना? Super clear. So जल्दी, if you have any doubts, do let me know. Super duper clear. अरे बाप रे, वो तो मेरा वर्ड है, सुपर डुपर, है ना? So कैसे था सुदीप? How was the exam? अच्छा था? Crystal clear with a smile. अरे बाप रे. Okay, no doubts. राधिका, सनातन, no doubts. कोई भी डाउट नहीं है. L1 clear. ठीक है. So I'm going to consider that everything is clear. आप लोगों को क्या करना है कल के लिए? रिवाइज करके आ जाएगा सब. हाँ, पूरा का पूरा रिवाइज कर ले. Try to do some questions from this. We have done some. We have completed theory of water current is, how it is related to charge, right? Then formula for drift velocity, mobility, relaxation time, है ना? Then mean free path. Then what we did? Then current density. Then I think it was still there we have done, है ना? सर दिल का मतलब क्या होता है? हार्ट. अरे वो भी पता नहीं. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Anna. I hope you and your family is okay, right? I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope things will be all right, okay? Don't worry. Sudeep, paper was good. Happy to know that. Okay? So keep on learning. She'll be always with you, right? Don't worry. She'll be always there in your memories and with you, and as a presence, as an extra energy with you, right? To help you whenever you feel so lonely and dull, and whenever you want some extra energy, she'll be there. हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल म्यारा पक्का सेंड कर ले if I get some time obviously because आजकल बहुत सारा क्लासेस अब है आई हैव टू सो बहुत सारा क्लासेस है इधर उधर एंड प्रिपेयर मतलब कंटेंट भी प्रिपेयर करना है तो इफ आई गेट सम टाइम पक्का आई सेंड बैक यू द आंसर ठीक है मेरा ओके you miss okay yes I also I had my maternal grandfather was there. Okay, so I still do remember he was a person who used to take me in his what's say in his hands when I was in my KG classes for standard. I still do remember. I have no idea why I do remember, but it's still there as my flash in my memories. So he used to take me, and even when it rains, he won't allow me to walk through the mud and all. He'll be just carrying me. He'll be like taking me for 1 kilometer so that I can reach my primary schools and all. So I miss him. It happened so many long years before, but all grandpas, granddad, everyone will be there within us, right, in our heart. So don't worry. तो आज के लिए हो गया है ना आज के लिए ये ज़्यादा है हम तो बहुत बात भी कर दिया हम बहुत पढ़ भी लिया यूज़ इन हिंदी लैंग्वेज में तो क्या कर सकता हूँ मुझे पता नहीं हिंदी okay I can't explain anything in Hindi obviously I'll be using in English only but ऐसे छोटू छोटू बातें हिंदी में होती रहती है सेन्योरिटा अरे it's fine Anna don't worry right things happens and it should always keep us so strong okay everything will be back to normal कोई बात नहीं she is always there with you अरे मुझे हिंदी नहीं आती I don't know Hindi I'm from Kerala I'm just learning Hindi with the help of all my legends and warriors here है ना बोल दे my warriors and legends aren't you my teachers for the Hindi language these legends and warriors are teaching me Hindi actually okay whoever is interested in teaching me Hindi कर सकता है whoever wants me to be your student I can do that and you can teach me Hindi so bye बच्चा लोग bye everyone अमीर भैया जा रहा है ठीक है and before I go I have something to show so those who wish to make some revision of 11th standard topics those who are preparing for JEE or NEET you can come on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. we are having a class on moment of inertia how many of you do remember from the chapter of rotation 5:30 we have a topic which means a special class on moment of inertia and at 7 p.m. on this coming Wednesday again we are having a special class on rolling motion again a subtopic from the chapter of rotational motion right okay it will be happening in our Unacademy learning app and I hope you know that the special classes are totally free no subscription nothing you have to take what do you have to do you just have to search for Unacademy learning app okay download it from the Google Play Store or Apple Store whichever phone you are having ठीक है log in कर ले and go to menu button and from the top left corner click on special ठीक है and then search for my courses you can type my name or something and you can actually search for the courses also happens on this Wednesday which is 6th October okay and apply the invite code I hope everyone knows whoever knows me might be knowing the code that you have to use for getting into the special classes AMB10 ठीक है so use this and be in my classes how many of you are gonna come कौन आएगा कौन आएगा क्लास के लिए and those who haven't liked the session कौन like नहीं किया तो जल्दी से जल्दी फटाफट like कर ले okay and do let me know that you are understanding everything आप सबको समझ रहा है And liking the video is a simple way of telling, sir, we do appreciate whatever you are doing and we are understanding everything. So chotu motu kar sakta hai. And one more thing, last job to every one of you. Okay, first job is to enroll for this right now by downloading Unacademy learning app. Second thing is like, okay, second job. Third job, shall I give you the third job? Third job, I'll write it here. Okay, share this class to all your friends. Okay, share this class to them and tell them it happens on every 10 p every day at 10 p.m. and ask them to come and join. Can you all do that? सबको कर सकता है तो ये भी कर ले. So 3 काम I have assigned to every one of you, and we'll be seeing tomorrow at 10 p.m. So yes, bye everyone, take care. And okay, this is whoever is interested for crash course for 11th standard, right? Those who wish to make a complete revision of all the chapters of 11th standard in term 1, you can come and join. Pranjay sir takes bio, me and Anurag sir take physics, Vivek sir takes chemistry, and Max is being handled by Nikki ma'am. These are other batches as you can see. Okay, yes. So as you already, I have told you, triple dhamaka offer is going on, so you can come and join. And thank you so much everyone. Sir, Instagram ID you can type Ameer under. Okay, so yes, this is it. And yes, me and Unacademy, all of us are signing out. Bye everyone and take care.